I bought this 2-unit property and spent the next 12 months completing a full renovation. When I first saw it, I immediately recognized the potential. Some people thought I was crazy for taking it on, but today I finally get to show you the transformation. Let's take a look.
Boot on gravel, dusk in my lungs, cold air sharp on a silver tongue. Street light flickers, nerves awake. Every step is a line I stake. No crowd noise, no wasted breath, just a quiet stare that outruns death. Teeth set hard, eyes attack, heartbeat steady, blood of the pack. Run with the wolves tonight, eyes cut clean in the neon light. No fear left to defend. We hunt, we ascend. Run with the wolves inside, eyes cut clean in the neon light. No fear left to defend. We hunt, we ascend, or run with the wolves inside. Instinct sharp and amplified. When the dark turns black, we strike, we attack. Clock ticks loud like a warning shot. This is the edge, ready or not. Focus narrow as a blade. Every move already made. Shadows move, but so do we. Low and fast and meant to be. No retreat, no looking back. Only the trail of the pack. Run with the wolves tonight. Hearts on fire, locked in tight. No chains left to crack. We surge, we snap. Run with the wolves inside. Wild and dignified. When the line goes slack, we strike, we attack. Run with the wolves tonight. Blazing under city light. No turning back. We lead the pack. Run with the wolves inside. Driven and unified. When the world fights back, we strike, we attack. was broken starts to glow, turning fear into a flow. Every second amplified, like a pulse we can't deny. All the weight we used to hold melts away in waves of gold. Feel it build and feel it climb. This is more than just a sign. Count it down, we're almost there. Light exploding everywhere. We're starlit, voltage in the dark. Electric hearts about to spark. When the world is closing in, we're the fire underneath our skin. Feel the rush, let it start. Let the bass hit hard. When the pressure drops, we rise, we rise. If the night tries pulling us low, we'll be brighter than it knows. From the quiet comes the roar, stronger than we were before. Up we go, let it show. From the silence into glow. We're starlit, voltage in the dark. Brighter than a falling star. When the world is closing in, we're the fire underneath our skin. Feel the rush, let it start. Let the bass hit hard. When the pressure drops, we rise, we rise. We rise. City lights are breathing slow, shadows dancing down below. Every heartbeat in control, like a river letting go. Feel the silence in between, where we are and where we've been. Every doubt is fading thin. Let the fire pull us in. Hold on to the spark inside. We're electric, amplified. We're higher than the night, burning ultra bright. Nothing left to prove. We were born to move. Feel the sky ignite. Stars in open flight. When the baseline hits, we rise. We rise, we rise. We rise. We rise. Every scar became a flame. Every loss rewrote the game. Now the rhythm calls our name, and we're never quite the same. Breathing in the neon glow, let the pressure overflow. From the quiet undertow to the place we're meant to go. Let it build, don't let it break. This is more than we can fake. We're higher than the night, blazing into light. Nothing left to prove.
After a year of planning, coordinating, and renovating, this is the final result. It was a journey, and so rewarding to see the finished product. So I'll start here at the front. I replaced the mailbox with this modern bronze mailbox just to up the curb appeal right off the bat. Everything got pressure washed, including the exterior of the house. It was super dirty, so that needed to be done for it to be repainted. I replaced all the exterior doors and hardware to create a nice cohesive modern look, and also replaced the old garage doors that matched the original mid-century entryway with the 4 glass panels at the front door, but give it a modern look. And I went with the bronze again on the breezeway door, so the bronze theme you'll see carry throughout the property. The yard, of course, was fenced in, which you'll see more of when we get to the back of the property. I also redid the front porch and had real cedar added to the little porch area there, which covered up the old thin metal posts and railings and really gave it a facelift and brought that curb appeal up to the next level. The shutters also went from black to bronze, and I'm really happy with the way the exterior turned out. The first impression that the appraiser sees when they walk up to a house is the outside, of course, and that can have a big impact on the overall value. I repainted the back porch and breezeway. You'll see the back porch in a minute here. And I used just lighter, more calm colors, which really opened up the space. It gave it an elevated feel, and it made what felt like a dark hallway feel brighter and more inviting. Pretty much all the spaces you'll see throughout the video were repainted, including this laundry room. And the cabinets you see above the washer and dryer there actually came from the original kitchen in the guest house. I salvaged them and reused them in a couple of different spots to add storage in the guest house bathroom and in the guest laundry room. And this is just a little sneak preview of the garage and the gym. I'll go more into what I did in the garage a little bit later, but I just figured I'd pop in here since you could see in the door. I also built this green wall here on the back porch, which just adds some privacy and a nice little ambiance as well. I had a 6-foot horizontal plank privacy fence installed around the main backyard, with a 4-foot fence and gate that lead out into that secondary backyard, which you'll see in a minute here. And then also installed privacy fencing to create a private yard space and a private entrance for the guest house so that they'll have their very own yard as well. A paver and stone path was added from the driveway to the guest house because it used to get really muddy over here. So I had fill dirt brought in, then put down some river rocks on top for drainage and elevation, and they can come right in from the driveway through their own private entrance. I had the wooden fence stained, which really elevated the look, and it also protects the wood from turning that ugly gray color over time, and it's held up really well so far, so I'm really happy that I took the extra step to get it stained. Sod was brought in anywhere it was needed to fill in gaps in the grass, and to create that nice grassy guest house yard where it used to be mostly dirt. Property actually sits on two separate parcels. The back half here consists of two additional lots that were also for sale when I bought the house, so I bought those as well, and they make for a great dog run and have a lot of potential for future use if I do ever decide to do anything additional with the property or have a garden or anything like that. You can see those old overgrown garden beds were cleared out, as well as that old trampoline that was sitting back here, and it was fenced in with chain link because the dogs really like to be able to see out and you have that nice expansive grassy view. I also brought some fill dirt in back here because there were some areas that pooled with water during the rainy season, and that's made a big difference. Now we're headed into the inside of the guest house. Where there was originally just a sink and cabinetry, I added a full kitchen, brand new upper and lower cabinets, quartz countertops, and I went with a marble backsplash to really bring in that luxury feel to the space. And I actually brought all the appliances out of the main house and put them into the guest house and then replaced the appliances in the main house. The original fireplace in the guest house was this big red brick eyesore, so I whitewashed the brick, framed it out with wood, installed a new mantle that was thicker and more aesthetically appealing, and then put in an electric firebox where there was the wood burning firebox. And this was both an aesthetic choice but also a safety choice because renters and fire are not really the best combination. The only thing in this bathroom that was salvaged was the vanity itself. A new quartz countertop was added to it with a new Moen fixture, and then everything else was basically gutted and replaced. One of the repurposed kitchen cabinets was reused right there to create an extra vanity. I just put a new quartz slab on top of it and created some extra storage for the guest house and a little extra countertop space as well. The ugly old shower was completely removed and a brand new glass walk-in shower was built in its place. Recessed lighting and a new modern fan were added in the main space, which really made the room feel bigger, brighter, and more pleasant to be in. And then the window unit was removed, replaced with an actual window, and for cooling and heating the room, a mini split AC was installed. I also added window treatments to all the windows along with windowsills and some crown molding, which really added to the feel of the room and made it feel finished. Changing out the solid exterior door for a glass door also made a big difference in how much light the room got. I did a little filming on a rainy day because it really shows off the new lights that were added to the breezeway that almost give it an indoor-outdoor feel. They're one of my favorite things that I added to this space, and I really love how they brought it together. The garage was a total gut. I'm pretty sure that the old brown paneling in there was original from 1950 and it was shredding apart and literally had to be ripped away piece by piece. So that was a lot of fun. I painted the cabinets that were already in here and the countertop and replaced the hardware just to give it a facelift because I was focused on strategic improvement, not over improvement for this project, though one day I may change it out depending on what the property is used for. The all-in-one training system you see here is what was delivered in that big crate earlier in the video. This is by Jacked Up Fitness. This has been a great investment. It's got everything you need to work out from squat, bench, cable stack, rows, pull-up bar, you name it, it's got it. Then of course the assault bike, the quad and hamstring machine, and the good old back extension. The old shop lights got replaced by hex lights, and I'm really happy with how well these illuminate the space. And now we're headed into the main house. This back porch enters right onto the kitchen, which I kept a lot of the original components of because it was one of the only places on the property that had actually been updated. So I kept the original cabinets and the countertops. Let me save a little bit of money in this room, and then I just updated the hardware and added some backsplash for a more cohesive look. After bringing the original appliances that were in this kitchen out to the guest house, I went with the Samsung Bespoke line for the new appliances, which really made the kitchen pop, and I like how it looks a lot in here. The other thing I added to the kitchen was a new pantry door that has the glass panes like the mid-century entrance that I kept in the front and the garage doors. And then you'll see that I carried that theme even further into the main bedroom with the closet doors right here as well. You may have also noticed that the ugly knockdown texture that was on the walls is now gone. The walls were completely skimmed over, so it's now a level 5 finish on the walls. Took a little research to figure out how to deal with that stuff, but covering it up was definitely the right move instead of trying to remove it. And what was once just a closet was turned into a laundry room for the main house, so that the main house and the guest house don't share laundry. So put the stackable unit in there and replace the flooring from that old linoleum that was there before. This bathroom was totally gutted, as you saw. The big awkward closet was removed and a large walk-in glass shower was built. There was one cabinet left over, actually from the guest house kitchen install, the new cabinetry, which I used in this bathroom as extra storage where the closet used to be. I really love this space, how it turned out, and it was really fun to design. In addition to a new coat of paint, the house got all new light fixtures and recessed lighting, which took what was a dull, dim house to a bright and airy house. In bedroom number 2, the carpet was also ripped up and replaced with the same flooring as in the other bedroom. I went ahead and kept the mid-century closet doors because the room's currently being used as an office and I liked the vibe of the warm wood and the tones as a design element. I also kept the mid-century firebox in here because it was just really cool and they don't make stuff like this anymore, but I did whitewash the brick to tone down that red that was there before and painted the mantle, which really transformed the look of the fireplace. I love how it turned out. I went ahead and kept the existing living room and kitchen flooring. Even though I wouldn't have picked it myself, it was in good shape and it wasn't too bad, so this was just another move to preserve the budget and avoid doing any unnecessary improvements that wouldn't have impacted the after repair value.
As you can see, there wasn't much that went untouched during this renovation. I purchased this property with just 3.5% down, with the goal of creating equity through improvements while preserving capital for the work itself. The renovation cost approximately $75,000 in labor and materials. The property appraised for $525,000 after completion, up from $319,000 at purchase, creating $206,000 in gross equity and roughly $131,000 in net gain after renovation costs. So far, the rental unit has produced $21,000 in income this year, and once both units are leased out, I expect around $50,000 annually as a long-term rental. This project will be a 2-part series. Part 1 is what you just watched. In Part 2, I'll break down financing strategy, budget, and how I found and evaluated this property. If you're looking to start or grow in investing in real estate, or if you need financing for your own project, I'm a licensed mortgage loan officer and real estate investment consultant, and I'd be happy to help you plan your next move. Thanks for watching.
I'm wrapped in neon